day and welcome to editorials, a broadcast from Canada. My name is Sandra Asante. Today we're looking at Amhara militia taking up arms against Tigray Forces and also Ethiopia's Tigray conflict. Thousands reported killed in the clashes. So stay with me. I'll be back after the break. You're welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying with me. We start off with the Amhara militia take-up, and volunteer fighters in Ethiopia are responding to a call by regional authorities in the Amhara region to take up arms against the forces of neighboring Tigray. Ethiopia's federal government has been urging regional administrations to prepare to defend themselves as the Tigray conflict spreads. In the city of Gandar in Amhara, a school closed for holidays served as a training center for hundreds of new volunteers. Their training started at 6 a.m. with recruits jogging around the city and doing aerobics. The recruits learned the act of camouflage and basic infantry skills, including weapons training. Instructions complete, they will go out of the city to leave a firing range. The basic training lasts for about 2 weeks. Upon graduation, a select few will join the Ethiopian National Defense Forces to confront the TPLF, which the government claims as a terrorist organization. The majority of the militia will remain in reserves in their own towns and villages. Both men and women are encouraged to join. Megdes Mulani Asayahen, who is 26, is the mother of 2 young boys. She says that she joined the militia because she believes it is the only way to safeguard her family. Her husband is also a member of an armed Amhara militia called Fano, which humanitarian groups have accused of being behind massacres of Tigrayans. When she finishes her militia training, Asayahen goes home to her children, Kelok, who's 4 years, and Berikot, who is 11 months and still breastfeeding. Nancy Ismail was the former police officer who is currently a militia deployment expert. He is among those training the new recruits. He said he has helped train thousands of men and women to fight against the forces allied to the TPLF. Much like about the war, it is not clear how many people in Amhara have been killed, and claims by the warring side cannot immediately be verified. Each has accused other of lying or carrying out atrocities. The Tigrayan Forces says the offensive is an attempt to break the federal government blockade of their region, which has a population of about 6 million people. Some 400,000 people living there faces famine condition in what has been described as the world's worst hunger crisis in a decade. We now move to the thousands reported killed in the clashes, and thousands have been reported killed in the clashes in northern Ethiopia as fighting between the military and Tigray Forces continues. The conflict has been ranging for about 10 months, pushing hundreds of thousands of people into famine-like condition. The forces says on Sunday that they had killed 3,073 enemy forces with 4,473 injured. It comes after the military says it had killed more than 5,600 forces without specifying a time frame. Senior Army General Beta Debele said a further 2,300 forces were wounded and 2,000 captured. Correspondent says the number may refer to recent battles. It is hard to verify figures from either side due to a communication blackout in the region. The forces said their figures were from the Afar and Amhara regions, which borders Tigray, adding that they had seized military tanks and weapons as well. Berhan Ghebrekristos, Ethiopia's former ambassador to the U.S. and now the supporter of the forces Tigray People's Liberation Front TPLF group, describes the government's claim as false and laughable. The last 5 or 6 days, there were a major military offensive by the TPLF in the two regions. In Afar and Amhara region, the Ethiopian military lost 8 divisions. He said he accused the military of trying to come up with fake information to give the morale boost to its troops. Lieutenant General Debele had earlier claimed the TPLF was trying to break up Ethiopia. He further claimed one forces division had tried to gain control of Amhara on the border between Tigray and Amhara, but had been completely decimated. The war began last year after months of feuding with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government and leaders of the TPLF, the main political party in the Tigray region. The Prime Minister sent troops to Tigray to overthrow the regional government after claiming the TPLF off-season military camps. Thousands of people are thought to have been killed and millions have been forced from their homes, with some fleeing into Sudan. Both sides have been accused of committing atrocities, including rape and mass civilian killings. Now, let's look at the expansion of the war. After TPLF unexpectedly recaptured Tigray from the hands of the army and its allied forces in June, they managed to advance to neighboring regions of Amhara and Afar, indicating the expansion of the war. In the past 2 weeks, the army and its allies appear to have stalled the Tigrayan forces and even pushed them back and regained control of some strategic areas. But key areas with Afar and Amhara, including the historic town Lalibela with its UNESCO World Heritage Rock One churches, remain under the control of TPLF. On Friday, the UN accused the government of effectively blockading aid supplies to Tigray, warning that millions of lives were being put at risk. The UN estimates that 5.2 million people need urgent assistance if the world's worst famine situation in decades is to be averted. It previously said some 400,000 were already living in famine-like conditions. But on Saturday, the Ethiopian government said 500 trucks with aid have entered the region, including 152 in the past 2 days. The number of security checkpoints had also been reduced, it said. There had been no independent verification of this claim. The UN has complained that not a single truck had reached Tigray since 22nd of August, while 100 per day were needed. This is where I end today's edition of editorials. My name is Sandra Asante. Thank you so much for watching. Do have a blessed day.